In today's video, I decided to go to the best and worst rivalry in the AFL, and what I'll be doing is comparing the two based on a number of factors, for example, history, atmosphere, passion, game quality, and more. In order to determine the best and worst rivalries, it seemed like the general consensus was that the Carlton v Collingwood was the biggest and best rivalry in the game, whereas on the other hand, the Q Clash seemed to be rated as the worst. Before we head into both games, we need to take a look at the overall grading system, with both games to be ranked out of a score of 100. Let's take a look at the head-to-head of the last 15 games between the two rivalries. Now, in both matchups, there was a clear superior side in each rivalry, with the Pies winning 11 of their last 15 against the Blues, and with the Lions winning the last 13 of 15 games against the Suns. In both rivalries, the contest hasn't really been that great, and even if you look at the margins, we only saw 4 games decided by less than 10 points in Collingwood v Carlton, and just the 2 decided by less than 10 points in the Q Clash. For recent head-to-head, I'm giving both rivalries a pretty low score. I'm giving it a 7 for Carlton Collingwood. We've seen some pretty good games over the last few years, to be honest. I can't remember the last time I saw a good Q Clash. I'm going to be giving that one a 2. I'll give you a quick rundown of the brief history of both of the rivalries. We'll start with Carlton and Collingwood, and they've had a long-lasting rivalry since the start of the VFL, way back in 1897, with these two clubs facing off the most times of any two clubs in VFL AFL history. During this period, they've faced off in 22 finals, 6 grand finals, and some famous clashes such as the 1970 VFL Grand Final, where Carlton came back and won from a 44-point deficit, with more recently facing off with some thrilling encounters such as their round 23 clash in 2022, which saw the Pies knock the Blues out of the 8, with Jamie Elliott kicking a winning goal in the dying minutes. These two clubs consistently draw huge crowds, and both fan bases have hated the shit out of each other for as long as you can remember.
Get stuck into the little fucking weasel! Come on, buggers!
For me, this is the richest history of any rivalry in the league, and it has to be ranked a perfect score of 10. The Q Clash, on the other hand, is one of the newer rivalries in the game and seems to be a lot more manufactured, as it seems to only really be a thing due to the fact that these are the only two clubs in Queensland. Now, this rivalry typically falls flat when you compare it to many of the other state rivalries, primarily due to its lack of relevance, significance, and competitiveness, and a lot of the fans seem to not really care. With Queensland not being a huge AFL state, and with almost every game seeming to be meaningless, there is a reason why many fans view this as one of the worst. And on top of that, the fact that the Lions have recently been the much stronger side, the games as of recent have just been very one-sided and far from competitive, often drawing the lowest crowds of any state rivalries. As for this, I'm going to have to give the Q Clash rating a 3. Look, it'd be lower if it wasn't for the fact that both these clubs are from the same state, which obviously gives it an early deficit, but expected, even before we head into both of these games.
Y'all ready for this?
Well, in terms of rivalries, it doesn't get much bigger than this. We're here at the MCG for Collingwood v Carlton. Now, I need to ask you guys what the Carlton-Collingwood rivalry means to both of you.
It means the world to me. I love it. It's the best thing ever. I hate that other shit club.
Oh, not much. Just fuck Carlton. Yeah, I fucking hate Carlton. It's that energy in the crowds, the passion. Probably a little bit more for the generation beforehand because they went to the big grannies and the big games.
It means a lot to me. I've watched this wonderful game my whole life, and this rivalry is unbelievably beautiful.
It means everything.
Well, yes, it is a big rivalry, right up there with Fremantle and Adelaide.
Blues are fucking shit, and the Carlton... He's not even a Pies fan. The Pies are on top. The Pies dominate Carlton. Carlton are nothing compared to the Pies.
Apparently, the Collingwood and Carlton have a rivalry, but I don't see it. Is that right? Or
What? We have a rivalry, do we? Yeah. They just kick our ass every week.
it's the epitome of football, the mecca here at the MCG. It's always played here. Anything can happen. It doesn't matter where they are on the ladder.
Do you reckon it's the biggest rivalry in the league?
I reckon it is because...
Just about.
Go Pies!
In terms of stakes, this game wasn't a massive final, or it really didn't have much relevance to the top 8 race, like it did in 2022. But this was in round 4. The Pies were sitting 6th with a 2-1 win record, and Carlton were winless and 16th on the ladder after a shocking start to the season.
Now, with the Blues currently sitting 0-3, this result means a lot more for them. So let's see what the fans say and what they're thinking ahead of this game.
Yeah, we're not the favourites tonight, but I think we can bounce back.
Harry McCaw's out because his girlfriend cheated on him or whatever, so that just speaks about the Carlton Football Club. Collingwood by 50.
The Baggers are going to win, I think.
and I hope it's in a heartbreaker because I've had my heart broken way too many times.
30 plus.
I'm quite nervous actually because Carlton haven't won a game yet. It'll be quite annoying for all the fans if we lose to Carlton tonight.
I don't know. I don't actually think we're going to win.
I feel like as Blues fans have like no hope that they're going to win, and the game isn't really expected to be a great one. The stakes aren't massive. I'm going to probably just give it a 5.
From arguably one of the biggest rivalries in the AFL, MCG packed out crowd, to what some are saying might be the worst, the Q Clash. Gold Coast v Brisbane, People First Stadium. I'm actually looking forward to this one. I've never been to a Q Clash before, and this should be a lot of fun.
Before we try to interview some fans, the stakes for the Q Clash haven't been any bigger. With only a handful of games left to go in the year, both sides were still a chance for top 4. Suns needed a win for final contention, and this game mattered heaps. So I'm giving the stakes to this one an 8.
Of all the sides in the competition, obviously there's the Q Clash. Do you actually hate Brisbane?
No.
Not really. You don't really have a care at all.
No. My grandfather told me I had to barrack for Fitzroy.
Oh,
And
so you used to be a Fitzroy fan?
Fitzroy fan, yes. So Brisbane, we used to come to Brisbane Bears.
So you're a bit more lenient towards the Lions. Why is that?
Probably a cute Queensland thing, you know. As much as we're rivals, we're also on the same team, aren't we?
What's your least favourite team?
Collingwood.
And for you?
Collingwood and Carlton.
You don't hate Gold Coast? What does the Q Clash rivalry mean to you?
I don't know.
Don't give a shit. Why are you at this game then? Are you here for your friends? Do you care about the Suns?
I'm here for my friends.
I hear you're a big Suns fan. Are you?
Nah, I go for Lions.
What does the Q Clash rivalry mean to you as a Lions fan?
Just the passion of AFL in Queensland.
Yes, and do you hate the Suns?
Yes.
Are they the most hated AFL club?
No.
Who is?
Collingwood.
How much of an interest do you actually have in the Q Clash as a rivalry?
A big one?
A big one? Are the Suns your most hated AFL team?
Yeah. They're not as good as all the other teams.
You could tell that the fans here definitely didn't have as much passion or energy as the fans at the MCG. And how is it that a lot of Queensland AFL fans actually want their other team to do well, as opposed to Carlton Collingwood? They actually hate Carlton Collingwood more than they do their opposition clubs. Just compare that to the Collingwood and Carlton fans.
Oh, I want you to give me one word as well to describe Collingwood fans. Scumbags.
No one really likes them.
Fucking bullshit.
It's like ops and maggots.
Flogs. Fucking atrocious. Disgusting.
Now, there weren't as many fans to talk to at the Q Clash compared to Carlton v Collingwood, so for me it's safe to say fan significance, the fans care. As for the Q Clash, we'll be talking to a few more of the fans later on, because fuck this.
Just doing like Q Clash, like sort of questions and answers.
Nah, not really.
No, alright, that's all good. Pretty hungry. There are heaps of different unique food options, but the most unique, I reckon, of the lot probably has got to be Zambrero. Got myself the Zambrero. You were able to customise it, which is really good. No, it's good actually. It's good. I like Zambrero. What would you rate the atmosphere so far out of 10? We go to the Q Clash, sort of feels like any other game. You got smoke dust fireworks. That is very shit, to be honest. I think I've struck gold with these seats. We're in level 1, near the wing, with all the Collingwood fits. Of course they're going to have the Collingwood scarf on, and it's almost game time. I think the Pies are going to be too strong. 27 points I'm going with, but hopefully we're going to close the game.
As both games began, there were a few things I was noticing. I wanted to see how the atmosphere was like and how loud the crowd felt. I was wondering if we were going to see any big hits, and of course I was also looking out for just a high quality skilled game of footy.
Destructive handball to Anderson, then to the square, too deep for Reid, at the back third, kept on going!
For the first time tonight.
In the first half of the Blues v Pies clash, it was quite close. However, it was just a letdown in terms of quality. Both sides kept turning the ball over, and there were barely any goals scored.
It's going to be a goal quarter.
Straight out the front, Anderson. You won't take that one off him.
As for the Q Clash, it was the Suns well in control. They were dominating the game, and I thought I'd give myself a bit of an opportunity to have a little bit of a look around.
Just been having a little walk around, exploring the ground to see what food options there are, and also just to check if there are any fights. Zero. Nilch. They don't hate each other, these two clubs, at all. How come you guys aren't watching the game?
Well, we like footy, but we like kicking too. Yeah, we don't really care.
So you couldn't care about the Q Clash rivalry, or could you?
No, I could, but I just don't really want to watch it.
What about you guys? Do you like the Lions or not really?
Yeah, we love the Lions. Come on. We love the Lions. I hate the Lions.
Enjoy MCG more, but Gold Coast, pretty good staying here.
What stadium has better atmosphere here at the MCG?
MCG.
Well, at least it's not a goalless quarter.
It's not a goalless quarter, but Carvin kicked it.
Half time, all that lack of scoring, it's making me hungry, but Jesus Christ, it's always going to be a mess when you're getting food with how packed it is in the food store. Wish me luck, hopefully it doesn't take too long.
Membry on the half skip, can he elude Wiedering? He does, he wheels around the right.
This is where the Pies are at their best. 3 goals in a row for Collingwood. It might be raining at the G, but it's raining goals out for Collingwood. Come on. 4-goal margin now. I think this rain might just be enough for the Pies to hang on here. Carlton, absolutely useless. Absolutely useless.
With it being a Collingwood home game, the Pies dominated that third and the atmosphere kept on getting better. But let's head back into the Q Clash as the rain started to bucket down over there as well to see if anything has changed.
Margin's now blown out to 52. Why are we not sitting in the old spot? Explain.
Because I was getting abused for cheering for Brisbane.
The Suns fans actually have a bit of passion. Do you reckon it's because of the Q Clash, or do you reckon they would have done it anyways?
I reckon they would have done it anyway. If it was Collingwood, we would have done the same story.
Yeah, probably. Well, we moved here. It's 52 points. At this rate, I can't even see any chance of the Lions coming back. Not in the rain.
I enjoyed seeing the Suns dominate, but I expected a closer contest than this. The Suns were just smashing the Lions, so I figured it's a good time to get a bit more of an opinion on what the fans think about this rivalry as a whole.
What your opinion is on the Q Clash overall?
Alright, yeah, it's pretty good. I like the local biff, but yeah, the Lions always win because they're too good. AFL's not that big on the Gold Coast, to be honest. There's like local clubs around, but it's a very small stadium as well, so you're not fitting that much people in it.
How's the atmosphere at a regular Q Clash?
At the Gabba, it's amazing. It's so good, but I don't know. Maybe it's a bit dead today because it's raining.
How do you see the Q Clash amongst all AFL rivalries? Where do you rate it amongst the others?
Well, it's number one for us because we're from Queensland, you know.
Yeah. How much would you say the Q Clash means to you? Not much, or like what would you say?
I don't know. Not much.
Don't give a shit?
Don't give a shit.
Do you know anything about footy?
Yeah.
Yes? No, he doesn't?
Nothing.
Max, my dad.
If he knew anything, he would not be supporting the Suns.
But do you guys rate the Q Clash as
Yes,
Queensland?
it's really good.
Underrated?
No, it's not underrated. It's the best thing you can watch.
But compared to like the showdown, the derby, all of that,
Oh, well, it's all gay.
would you have this one last of the all 4 states if you weren't from Queensland in terms of recent games?
Mate, I can't. The bias, you know, I can't put it aside.
If you're going to be real honest, what could be better about the Q Clash rivalry?
More fans coming?
Fans, yeah, it's not great today. Do you hate Brisbane more than any other club, or not really?
No, not really.
Collingwood are worse.
I definitely don't hate Gold Coast. If anything, I reckon we've given them the win today because we want another Queensland team in the A.
All love for the Suns. Good to see them doing well. It's been a long journey for them, and as Queenslanders, we just get behind everyone.
Awesome.
Well, you guys should probably go back and watch this game because the Suns are up by 69 points.
I know it was wet and all, but it looks like there's no one bloody here. The stands were empty. It felt like 2020 COVID times. All of the fans are up in the top tier doing the Mexican wave instead of supporting their team.
They are starting a Mexican wave. You do not see that at AFL games. How shit would it be right now to be a Carlton fan? It's a Thursday night.
It'd be very shit.
It's in the rain. You're going to be 0-4. You're going to probably head to work and school tomorrow, and you're probably going to watch another Collingwood goal coming up.
The teacher's going to put the replay on.
The lens is getting all bloody wet. The Carlton fans are leaving. The Carlton fans are going already.
Here's the sub. Long. Right foot banana on the run. In the pouring rain.
The atmosphere was crazy loud at the MCG. You could hear the Collingwood chant ringing around. And in terms of the atmosphere rating, let's go back to see what everyone else predicted for the crowd prediction to see what it ended up being.
How's the crowd going to look like? I mean, it's a Thursday night. Not expecting as big as a crowd what people were thinking. I'm thinking 83,265 or something around the margin of that. I think 84. I think we might be on the money with this one.
You never get a full crowd for a sellout home and away season, so I'll say 89.8. 89.8.
All right, what are you going? What are you going? It definitely won't be 100k.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's a Thursday.
Yeah, but there's not even
it's a Thursday. There won't be 80.
No, when I said 89, he said that's a load of crap.
69,500 here tonight.
No. All right, what are you? What are you?
69,000 to the biggest game of the year. No, there's going to be like 88,000 people here.
Honestly, I think I was the closest, but I'm not sure.
Now, Chris was the closest, but I think for one of the big rivalries, I've got to give Atmosphere a rating of 8. It could have been a higher crowd. I know it was raining on a Thursday night, but the crowd could have been higher, and it would have helped if Carlton was sort of more into the game. I was actually going to give the passion rating a pretty high one, but the fact that so many Carlton fans left with 3 to 4 minutes to go was pretty bad, so I'm actually going to drop it to 6. Like, this is just... How many fans are leaving early, just streaming out the gate? It's embarrassing for the Blues. It really is.
It's an even better snap from Humphrey. Way too early. No interference. Ainsworth's going to run another one home.
Sing along, mate.
Shut the fuck up.
They've actually ripped it off. Why? They can't. They're not allowed to do that. That's a Brisbane thing.
Yeah.
They actually.
They stole the.
They aren't allowed to do that.
And they stole this thing from the Broncos.
They're literally copying every other sporting car. They copy Brisbane with the Sweet Caroline. Now this with the Broncos. They don't give a shit that it's wet. It's a complete smashing. Brisbane fans have had more than enough. 70 points is the margin at the moment.
The atmosphere is completely different at the Q Clash. With goal songs instead of loud chants, it felt more like a party vibe than anything. But especially with a rain-affected crowd, I can't have the atmosphere higher than a 5. It shocked me to see the crowd was over 20,000, the second highest at any Q Clash in Gold Coast.
10 minutes to go in the Q Clash, and I haven't seen a single fight. No biff. The fans they're too nice. They don't care as much as some of the Victorian fans.
Passion's another difficult one to rate. Like, you can tell the fans are definitely more casual than, obviously, Carlton Collingwood fans. They don't seem to hate each other as much, and like Carlton fans, a lot of Brisbane fans left early, so I'm giving the rating for Passion a 4. Fan interaction, I'll bump it up to 5. It's moderate.
Sons of the Gold Coast sky. We are the ones in the red, gold, blue. We are the mighty Gold Coast Suns. We play to win the flag for you.
Well, overall, as expected, the scores definitely benefited the Carlton v Collingwood rivalry, at the moment being 45 to 27. Well, overall, the game in itself was quite disappointing for both clashes, especially Carlton v Collingwood. Like, there were pretty bad skills. It was never close, and the 17-point margin really didn't reflect how close the game was for a lot of it. I reckon I'm going to give the game, to be honest with you, an 8. As much as the Q Clash was a massive smashing, at least I got to see some pretty dominant footy, even in the wet, and you very rarely see the Suns win in Q Clashes, so I'm going to give that one an 11. I know both games are wet, but overall, I just think it was a better experience out of the Carlton Collingwood game than a Q Clash, so I'm going to be giving the enjoyment score a 13, and the Q Clash,
I'm going to be giving it a mere 10. It was okay, but the rain, it just didn't help. In total, Carlton Collingwood outscores the Q class 66-48. If you enjoyed, let's hit 1,000 likes, and I'll do this very video again at the Derby and the Showdown next year.